Hey there folks, in today's video I'm going to show you how to locate and clean your PCV valve. This valve helps take moisture out of the engine, so if you have moisture, any kind of water in your oil, this will help. So all we're going to do is you're going to take these two 10mm bolts and remove them, and take needle nose pliers and pull these tabs out, which I've already done, and your engine cover comes off. We're just going to set it aside. And then your PCV valve, you have this hose going right here. It should be connected. I already disconnected it, but I'll show you. There's a little spring here. You're just gonna pinch it and pull this hose out like so. And I use a 13/16 wrench. It's hard to get in there, so I use this closed side. I've already loosened it a bit. And then we're going to remove it. And that's what it looks like right there. So there's a bit of carbon buildup. So I have some paint thinner in a cup. I'm just going to set it in there, swish it around, and you can see how dirty it's already getting. I'm just going to get any carbon buildup out of there. So on my other car, I actually had, this valve was completely shut by carbon buildup, so I had tons and tons of water in my oil. So we're just doing this to prevent that problem on this car. And you'll notice I'm wearing gloves. Anytime you're using any kind of chemical, you should wear gloves. So I'm just going to get the toothpick in there and try and break free any, and make sure that there's a little disc in there. Make sure you can move that around. I'm going to set it back in, swish it around a little bit. And I also have a cotton swab just to help clean. Yeah, we're just going to swish it around a little bit more. And now that I actually cleaned this, you can actually feel that valve opening and closing a lot easier. So this is something you can do yourself, very easy. Instead of the problem that I had with the other car, it actually cost me $550. So we're gonna try and prevent that. You know, for a $10 container of paint thinner. And you should have hand tools if you're working on your own car, obviously. We're just going to shake any of the paint thinner out. So you can hear that clicking. That's that valve actually moving. It wasn't moving very well before. So we're just going to make sure it's decently dry. And then we're going to put it back, just right here where we found it. I'm going to make a correction here. I actually said at the beginning of the video I was using 13/16. Actually 7/8 is a lot better. We're going to make sure that's nice and tight. I'm going to set our paint thinner aside. And we're going to reconnect our hose, which is right down here. I actually need to get a new spring for that. I'll be doing that eventually. So as usual, we start the car to make sure after we've done maintenance that nothing has gone wrong while we're working on it. Make sure you clear off all your tools so nothing gets sucked into any fans and nothing breaks. And I would like to just make note, while I was starting the car, before it was running at 2000 RPM. I'm not sure if this is a cure for high RPM, but I've noticed I've gone down to about 1000 to 1300 RPM at idle, so it seems to have fixed that issue a little bit. So there's no issues, so we're gonna pack everything back up. We're just gonna put our cover back on. These are your bolt holes, and there's where your little plastic pieces go. And just line up with your best way is to line up with this here. And then you screw it all back and you're good to go. I don't need to show you that, that's fairly simple. Hopefully this was helpful, and please like and subscribe.